Me, can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday, January the 6th, and today I am officially 1 week post-op. I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys and just tell you a little bit about how everything went. So, this time last Monday, I was going in for my gastric bypass surgery with Dr. Michael Green here in Fort Worth. I want to say the procedure went great. It went well. Dr. Green is excellent. He has amazing bedside manner, and I would highly recommend him to anybody that is seeking any type of weight loss surgery. I also want to give a huge shout out to Medical City Fort Worth. They are amazing. The nurses, the doctors, the anesthesiologists, just the entire staff there is amazing. I didn't feel rushed. They made me feel like I was at home, and their number one goal was to just make me feel comfortable. So shout out to them as well. I went in knowing that I was getting gastric bypass. Upon him being in there and seeing what was going on with my insides, he noticed that I had a lot of gallstones. I'm sorry, y'all. That sign keeps like flickering light. I don't know if y'all can see it. But he noticed that I did have a lot of gallstones and that my gallbladder needed to be removed. So I currently have a total of 6 incisions. My biggest incision is the one that he said he had to take the gallstones and my gallbladder out from. Now, just being 100% transparent, that is also the incision that hurts the most. I asked him about that. He did say that him going in there and having to snatch it all out caused him to have to stretch that muscle a little bit. So it would take a little longer for that one to heal than the other ones. Now, it's not unbearable at this time because, again, I'm 1 week post-op. But my first 2 to 3 days of recovery, I'm not going to lie, it was hard. It was hard. I follow a lot of ladies who have had the gastric sleeve, and they don't have nearly as much pain as a lot of the patients who have the gastric bypass, which are 2 completely different procedures. But for me, I can only speak for me, my first 2 to 3 days were rough. So I can remember waking up from the surgery in the recovery room. It was tough, y'all. I had a hard time waking up off of my anesthesia, which I've always had that issue. Like every time I've been put under before for any other type of surgery, it's always hard for me to wake up from the anesthesia. So I knew that that would happen. But I can remember the nurses saying, Nikki, you got to keep your eyes open. You got to wake up, baby. You got to get out this room. We got to get you admitted. We can't admit you until you're awake. So they kept trying to wake me up. Once I finally came to, I was put into a wheelchair and wheeled down for x-rays. I guess they wanted to check my GI tract, take pictures of everything to make sure that the surgery went well. That is the part that I was in excruciating pain. I remember crying. I remember screaming. It was like 3 nurses helping me stand up to put my back up against this wall to have these x-rays done. That was probably the worst pain that I felt throughout this entire process, is having to take those pictures. Once the pictures were done, and then mind you, it's 4 pictures. So it's like front, back, and then each side. So I kept asking to sit down and take breaks in between. And they were like, baby, let's get it done. Let's get it done so you can sit down and be done. We don't want to have to keep picking you up because it's going to hurt every time. That was the worst pain. The first x-ray images after surgery. Once that was complete, they wheeled me up to my room. That's when I got to see like my family. My daughter was there, my mom, my husband. They also started me on liquids like right away. They wanted me to start drinking water, taking like 2 sips, every 8 to 10 minutes or whatever. They was bringing up chicken broth and Jello. I was also on pain meds around the clock as well as medication for nausea. Now, anybody who's ever been in a hospital, you know that hospital beds are uncomfortable. So I was uncomfortable my entire stay. but I can say they were keeping my pain down with the pain medication and the nausea medication. Instead of me staying for 1 day, because I know most gastric bypass patients stay for 1 day, I ended up staying for 2, only because I had 2 procedures done. I didn't just have the bypass, I also had my gallbladder removed. So they kept me for 2 days for observation, and then I was able to go home actually on New Year's Day. That's when I came home. Now, since I've been home, the liquid part of this diet has been a struggle for me. I have not been hungry. I have not had cravings. Getting down liquids has been tough for me. They want us to have this first week at least 40 ounces of fluid a day. I am nowhere near that. I have a 30-ounce Stanley cup. I don't even reach my halfway mark on my Stanley cup a day. I am just really struggling with drinking the liquid. And it's not that I'm throwing it back up or anything like that. It's just that I'm not thirsty. And then I find myself when I drink, like I'm getting like this pain in my chest and upper stomach, which to me, I haven't learned the cues of if you're full, if this is gas, if this is pain. So I'm trying to like decipher between what that feeling is. So oftentimes I just find myself, oh, I forgot to drink something. With today being 1 week post-op, I am starting to incorporate the Premier protein shakes into my diet. So lately it's only been water, sugar-free Jell-O, and sugar-free popsicles. Today is the first day that I am incorporating Premier protein. This is strawberries and banana protein shake. This is my second cup. So I'm wanting to do a cup an hour, and hopefully that'll be like my full protein intake for the day. This is, let me see, I had one from 8 to 9, and this is my cup. No, I had one from 9 to 10, and this is my cup for 10 to 11. So I'm just going to try to keep sipping and drinking a full cup every hour and see how that goes today. I'm going to see how this makes me feel at the end of the day. If I'm still feeling very fatigued and just tired and groggy, then tomorrow I'm going to make the executive decision to go and get a IV fusion drip on a few different places that's close to me. And they have some for just hydration, and they have some for hydration and vitamins. So I'm going to look more into that, and then I'll go get that done tomorrow if I can't keep this protein down or I can't reach my fluid goals for today. So let's move into how things have been since I've been home. Since I've been home, I know the first couple of days, my husband and my son, they went out and bought me a shower chair so that I can have somewhere to sit in the shower. Because those first couple of days, you can get your incisions wet, but you can't submerge them in any water. So I had them put a shower chair in my shower so I can sit a different angle to where the water wasn't hitting my incisions. First couple of days was great. Of course, there's gas pain and just pain in general, but I pushed through those first 2 showers. I can honestly say that now I am showering by myself. My husband is not assisting. I'm able to get up, sit down by myself with my shower chair. I'm able to get dressed by myself. Of course, it takes a lot longer than usual, but I'm just happy that I'm a lot more independent than I was from day 2 and day 3. I have been using the spirometer that they sent home for breathing treatments. They want us to hit that 2,500 mark. Before I left the hospital, y'all, I wasn't even hitting 1,000. Now that I've been doing it every day at home, I'm probably hitting about 1,500. Still haven't reached 25, but I'm hitting 1,500, so I'm happy about seeing that go up. I've been walking a lot more. Even though I find myself having to sit down a lot, like I can't just walk nonstop like I used to. And I know that a lot of that is probably coming from the fatigue that I'm feeling, which I feel like the hydration drip would help with. So I am trying to get my steps in and walk just because it's good for the gas pain. When my back starts hurting or my chest or upper stomach starts hurting, I'm like, okay, Nikki, it's time to get up and walk. So the thumbs up is so cute. I feel like I'm gonna have a thumbs up in every one of my videos. I just feel like it's gonna happen. But yes, I'm walking a lot better independently. I was able yesterday to even cook dinner for my family. Now, it did take 3 hours because, like I said, I had to keep sitting down. I couldn't just stand up in the kitchen and cook. But I was able to cook dinner for them. They were happy about that. Just them seeing me try to get back to some type of normalcy, they were happy about that. So things are looking up. I do have my first post-op appointment with my surgeon on, I believe it's Thursday, the 9th. I think the 9th is Thursday. I'm not sure. But it's this week. So I will make sure that I keep y'all posted on what happens in that appointment. And yeah, it's only up from here. Today is Wednesday. And today is my official first post-op appointment. So I'm going to meet with my surgeon. I don't know what they do during the first post-op appointment, but I'm excited to see what happens. I am still on a full liquid diet right now, so I've been consuming a lot of these little cups of protein shake, Crystal Light, regular water, and I do take a couple of spoons of Jell-O here and there throughout the day. I have not been doing good with the chicken broth, y'all. I don't like the chicken broth. I don't think my stomach likes the chicken broth. So that's the one thing that I did eliminate from my liquid diet. So we're going to go today. We're going to tell Dr. Green that. I know for sure I'll be able to weigh in. So I'll be able to let you guys know later if I've lost or what my weight is looking like. You guys know that my starting weight was 289. So I'm really excited to see what's happened within 1 week, a little over a week actually. Other than that, you guys, it is very cold here in Texas. Tomorrow we are bracing ourselves here for the winter storm. So a lot of people are out buying up all the groceries, all the water, all the toilet paper like they usually do here, because they said Thursday and Friday it's going to be really bad. My appointment was originally scheduled for Thursday, but they did call me on yesterday and move it to today because of the freeze. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready to do my hair, get dressed, and we're gonna head out soon. So I just made it to my doctor's appointment, y'all. I just parked in the parking garage. And although it's not a very far walk, I am parked on like the first level of the parking garage. And the entrance to get into the medical building is on the first level. And then I believe my doctor's on like the second or third floor or something like that. But although it may not seem like a long walk, with this surgery, y'all, and like my pain level just constantly fluctuating, I'm prepared to be hurting by the time I get into his office. I'm prepared. The ride over here was really bumpy. I did take the tollway, which there was no traffic or anything like that, but it's just uncomfortable right now to drive. So every little bump I hit, it's like, oh, I'm grabbing my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't want to do too much complaining because like, I mean, I know like I'm only a little over a week past my surgery. So pain is going to be there. Uncomfortable is going to be there. Bloating is going to be there. Feeling nauseated is going to be there. I'm not eating. I know it's going to be there. But I wouldn't be being 100% transparent if I wasn't telling y'all exactly what I'm feeling right now. So just wanted to share that to my other berry baddies out there who are potentially thinking about getting the surgery or have gotten the surgery and may have experienced the same things that I'm experiencing. Y'all give me something in the comments to let me know I'm gonna be all right. But let's go into this appointment and I will get on here again and let you guys know what he said. All right, y'all, so I'm leaving Dr. Green's office with good news. I'm so excited, y'all. So today I am officially 8 days post-op and I have lost 15 pounds in 8 days. 15 pounds. Y'all should have seen the smile, the excitement, the happiness on my face. 15 pounds is crazy. But he also released me to go ahead and leave the full liquid diet and to move to the puree stage. So I'm also excited about that because I was planning to do a grocery run this weekend for the kids. Now I can add me some things for my puree diet. And I don't have to come back and see him for 3 months. So he said the incisions look great. Just allow the surgical tape that's on it to fall off when it's ready. Go ahead and move to the puree stage. See how my stomach handles it. If my stomach does not agree or does not like something in the puree stage, don't eat it. Try something else. And if my stomach is just not reacting to the puree stage at all, go back down to full liquids. So I don't come back till April, y'all. I'm doing good. He released me to do light exercise. Nothing more than walking at this point until my incisions fully heal. But your girl is on the road to recovery, period. Okay, so I just got back home. I did take a little detour and go to neighborhood Walmart to pick up a few things to start my puree diet. I did find 3 really good recipes on TikTok for the puree stage. So I got everything I needed to make those 3 recipes. That should last me from now probably till mid next week, honestly, because I'm only eating out of the 2-ounce and 3-ounce cups. So if I bake a big pan, I can kind of divvy that up and put it in the cups and just kind of eat daily as I go. But anyway, I'm so glad that I did not buy a Ninja blender when I was in Walmart. I was looking at one and I kept saying, I don't know if I have a food processor, and I wasn't sure if my actual blender would process food or if my blender was strictly for liquids, because I have both. So when I got home, I started rummaging through my cabinets and I found my Ninja blender or food processor. Yeah. So today we are going to make the buffalo chicken bake. I think that's what it's called. So I had to get a can of chicken breasts. Got that. This is what I'm going to blend in the food processor because all of the food has to be like baby food consistency fine. So I did get that. I got light cream cheese and I got fat-free cottage cheese. I also picked up the fat-free mozzarella and I couldn't find the fat-free taco blend, so I'm only going to use a little bit of this. Lastly, the star of the show is the mild wing sauce. I could not find like a low-fat, fat-free option for this as well, so I'm only going to use a little bit. So that is what I'm getting ready to make, and that is going to be my dinner for tonight. I'm going to make enough to see if my husband and kids like it too, because I ain't trying to cook 2 meals tonight. So let's get into it. So we got it chopped up. Look how, that's how fine the chicken breast is. And y'all know the chicken breast in the can comes kind of in like thick pieces, but now it's kind of like a baby food consistency. So we're going to open this up. We're going to put it in a bowl and we're going to move on to the next step. The next step is going to be mixing up the cottage cheese, the cream cheese, and I got some reduced sodium chicken broth. So that's going to be the next step. So next up, y'all, I put about 2 ounces of the chicken broth in here. I might have to put a little bit more. I'm going to just check it once I start mixing everything, how it is. We also have 1 cup of cottage cheese, and we're just going to drop it in that chicken broth. Y'all, I am making a mess. Okay, we're going to drop it in the chicken broth. And then we're also going to add the cream cheese, and then we're going to mix. All right, so the recipe calls for everything to be kind of mixed together. Then we're going to toss this in this skillet here that I have warming up on low. I did add just a little bit more chicken broth to the bottom of the skillet. It's warming up now. Then I'm going to pour this in, and we're just going to whisk it until it's like a thin consistency. After that, I believe that's when we start incorporating our chicken, our cheese, our sauce. We'll put everything in a pan, and we're going to put it in the oven to bake. So yeah. All right, so we've been whisking the cream cheese, ricotta cheese, and the chicken broth. So now we're going to add just like a handful of mozzarella and a handful of the taco blend, and we're gonna keep whisking it. So let's do that now. I'm just gonna drop a handful of mozzarella in there. And y'all, this cheese smells so good. Y'all know I've had nothing but liquid, so this smells so good. And a handful of taco blend. All right, so now that we have that in, we're gonna just continue to whisk. We're starting to get like a creamy consistency. We can go ahead and season this part. I don't know how my stomach is gonna react to the seasonings, but we're gonna go ahead and just try. We have a little bit of adobo. This is all-purpose seasoning. All-purpose, why not? So we're gonna put some of that in. And I don't think I want to do anything else. I think I want to just leave it with the all-purpose seasoning and see how that sits on my stomach before I start incorporating other stuff. So it's seasoned up real good. It's blended real good. Now we're going to put our shredded chicken in the bottom of this pan. And then we're gonna pour some of the wing sauce on top of the chicken. So let's do that now. Okay, so I started putting a little bit of the chicken there. I'm gonna put the rest. I might have made too much of the sauce part. Like the chicken to sauce ratio is kind of off, but I don't know. I used 2 cans of chicken breast, so. But we're gonna make sure we get it all out because why? No chicken breast left behind. So let's put it all in there. And we're gonna spread it out. Yeah, it's like really thin. I probably should have did like 3 or 4 cans of chicken breast. But it's okay. We gotta start somewhere, right? It's okay. All right, now that that is spread out, here is the wing sauce, the mild wing sauce. Like I told y'all, I'm not gonna use a lot of this. It say mild, y'all, but it smells spicy. We're just gonna do boom, 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 and boom. That's it. Like I'm so scared of this mild sauce. I don't know what that's gonna do to me. All right, so we have that layered now. So it says to mix the chicken and wing sauce up. I'm assuming the chicken should like be coated in the wing sauce. So we're gonna do that. And that's probably gonna require me to pour more of the wing sauce because it's not fully coated. So a dab more. Okay, now we're gonna spread it back out. And the fun part is going to be pouring in this cheesy roux that we made. Y'all, it smells so good. It smells so good. All right, so we have that poured in. Make sure it's not dripping. And we're just gonna mix it in with the chicken. It definitely should have been more chicken, y'all. But we're gonna mix it in. And spread it out evenly over the pan. And then it calls for more wing sauce on top, more shredded cheese on top, and then we'll put it in the oven to bake. So this is the before, you guys. Everything is spread out, layered. I did put a little bit more wing sauce on top and more scoops of both of the cheeses. Now we're gonna put it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes on 350. And then I'm going to put it on broil for about 3 to 5 minutes, just so that the top will crisp a little bit. So I will come back and show y'all what the finished product.
Your love is rated X. That means you're extra, extra, extraordinary.
focus on me.